Folks, you can't argue the fact that the government has corporate welfare by giving the illegals massive free goodies. And that's the race to get everybody dependent or on welfare of some type or in the criminal justice system. And America's got a chance to turn this around, but the public's already so dumbed down, just the general public that's already here. You bring desperate people from third world countries, the government's going to give them something free. They'll vote however they have to. And the globalists are going to win this war. And, you know, if this kind of stuff continues, I mean, that's all I can say. And it's pretty serious. They're moving on every front right now against this nation and every other quasi-free nation. Let's talk to Rocky in Texas, who's been holding patiently. He's a 1590 AM listener. I think that station's out in Lubbock. Rocky, thanks for holding. What's on your mind after all the stuff you've heard today?
I was calling about how the police arrested the woman down in Slayton, Texas, just for asking for a warrant.
Yeah, they came to her house. They didn't have a warrant, and they said, we're coming in your house. And she said, may I please see a warrant? And they arrested her. And that ties into all the NSA spying. It just shows how crazy it's gotten. Sure, go ahead and comment on it.
Yeah, I live here in Lorenzo, Texas. Slayton is down here in Lubbock County, so it's just down the road from me. And I called the police department because I wanted to comment on it, and I told them that the police committed a crime. And she hung up on me, so I had to call 3 times because she kept hanging up on me. She was very rude. And I told her it was a crime that he committed, and she said that that was my opinion. And I think more people need to call in this area because we are the enforcers of the Bill of Rights.
Well, I think what you should do is go to city council, and this woman needs to sue them, and you need to get a new police chief there. I mean, that's what you need to call for, is the police chief to step down. They don't care if slaves call them, though it has some effect. It just makes them buy more weapons against us. Let me show people the article you're talking about out of My Fox Lubbock. And it came, she was polite, she said, yes, I'd like to see a warrant. And the guy said, the police officer said, he said, this is how you want to play. And they arrested her as false imprisonment. It was kidnapping, took her to jail, and they're going to, I guess, now charge her with something fake. And it turns out there was no warrant for the 11-year-old. They thought might have been breaking bottles or something in the street. I mean, no one knows. So there's the type of stuff you have right there. Yes, sir. And again, that's all part of this thing where there's no Fourth Amendment, there's no nothing. It's just, and they're going to take the bank accounts too, just like a third world country. Just like Asia, just like Eastern Europe, just like every Latin American country, we are going to live as total slaves with open sewage running down the middle of the street, with elitist off in compounds, you know, with helicopters.
But they look at us as slaves because we're not standing up as a whole. I mean, the Bill of Rights is to keep the government's hands off of us, and we need to stand up together and let them know that we're
That's
out
right.
here.
That's right. The law states in common law, but also in constitutional law, that rights aren't given, they're demanded. And you've got to demand your rights. You've got to say, stop it. And they have hired police all over the country now that are just on total power trips and feel like they're doing the right thing. So she's lucky they didn't charge her with assaulting him. There could have been 19 video cameras running of her kneeling down and licking their boots. They would still charge her with assaulting him, you know, in many jurisdictions. And it's just, it's all lawless. And hey, it's a curse. It's the curse of evil. And we're now going under it. I mean, we've killed 53 million babies in this country. And so we deserve it at many levels. You know, those of us that haven't been part of it don't, but we deserve it. We're cursed. Man, America's cursed. We're going down. It's all gone. But there'll be a remnant out of this great time that comes. And people will see those of us that told the truth as the leaders in the future, and we're going to have to lead the way out of this. It's going to be very bad, though, my friend. We're a cursed nation.
If I give out that number?
Sure, to the police department, go ahead.
It's 806-828-2020. The Slayton Police Department.
And tell them what, how dare you violate the Fourth Amendment? I mean, I think people should get together and should sue them. And that police chief, all of them need to be fired. That's how you handle it. They won't listen. Cops, go ahead and drink some more fluoride. Government cares about you. Gentlemen, we are live. Thank you so much for joining us into the 4th hour right now. I'm going to go to Joseph and Anthony and Howie and Jason and a few others. But let me get to a bunch of news I haven't covered yet. I mentioned this, but here it is. Too much Prozac turns minnows into killers. Oh, like they needed some Prozac. And it turns out that parts per trillion Just like Roundup, parts per trillion, massively increases breast cancer in a new study, but no big deal. I mean, plants are just the toughest, most hardy thing in the world, and weeds are the most hardy of those, but it kills them. It's got to be good for you. I mean, you know, sure, Roundup type stuff. I mean, sure, BT in the corn, pharmacological, grows its own pesticide, kills bees and bugs, but it's got to be good for you. I mean, everybody knows drinking a can of Raid will kill you, but so what? Dying's good for you. And if you don't believe that, you don't love the government because they care about you a little bit right now. But here it is. A research group has studied how exposure to antidepressants altered fish behavior and made them more edgy, aggressive, and even kill their mates. Oh, something the species never do. And eating their babies. Don't normally do that, but it's all right. And that makes the shrimp commit suicide, swim up to fish and stuff. That's a really old study, but there's a new study out. But it's good for our kids, though. You know, don't worry about all the killings happening. Here's another one. Just the scent of money is corrupting. Big new Harvard research. Yeah, I've seen this before with people. You just wave like a few $1,000s around. People get all crazed. When it's all just fiat nothing. The globalists get the world out of fiat Federal Reserve notes, and then people will do anything for it. And it's all just a fraud. It isn't like it's a bushel of wheat somebody actually grew and then you'll do something for that, or, you know, water hauled up from the well, you'll do something for that, or a dinner cooked for you, or fealty, or friendship, you know, give friendship back. It's all just fake for the galactic con artist New World Order to get everything for nothing. Everything because they're frauds, everything because they're lies. But it said some people who aren't materialistic, you know, they're not excited by it, but other people, the look, the smell, it has a detergent in it, gets them sexually excited. Of course, that's something well known. You know, and it's just amazing, ladies and gentlemen. The symbol of energy is what it is. Money, Pavlovian. What a joke. People will kill their grandmother for a stick of bubble gum. And they won't even stand up for their family as they're feeding them GMO and a death sentence because it's so fun to be trendy. Let's go to the next article here. Dog butt looks like Jesus Christ in a robe. And it is a dog's scrotum and rear end. I guess dog porn's the new thing at the Huffington Post. And they say it looks like Jesus. Okay? You know, it's kind of like saying seeing the Virgin Mary in a waffle or whatever. And it's okay to put the crucifix or the, you know, in urine or defecate on the Virgin Mary and then have taxpayers pay for it. People are like, how dare you try to censor art? No, taxpayers pay for that because it's about dumbing things down. It's always good to go after Christians. That's okay. That's all right. And again, it's hospitality. Come here from all over the world, get 3-4 free welfares, identities, be above the law. The police won't arrest you for anything on record, and have your babies for free, and then everybody else can go bankrupt. So why should an American, regardless of what color they are, be part of the system? I mean, more and more I realize, but see, if you are an American, you know, that speaks English, who's Hispanic, the book's thrown at you. If you're white, an American, black, the book's thrown at you. But if you're an illegal, pretty much from anywhere in the world, you are G-O-D-D. But I'm supposed to like that injustice. I'm supposed to think that's a good idea. And they've totally sold it. It's racist if you don't have totally open borders. Well, okay, there you go. Well, I'm coming to Mexico then, and I want everything free. Well, I'll get my teeth knocked out and thrown in a dirt-floored jail. America deserves to fall. America wants to fall. So abort some more babies. Go out and party, everybody, because it's all going to be a Holocaust in this country. But I don't deserve it, and my family doesn't. So I'm doing everything I can to stop it. But a lot of you out there that love this, you deserve it. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, let's make fun of Jesus. That's okay. But look at this. France's burqa ban sparks violence across Paris after police try to arrest woman for wearing a veil, and pregnant woman is attacked for covering her face. And again, it's on record that Muslims flying into the U.S. don't get searched, don't get groped, and don't have to take their burqas off because they say, I'm not a slave, I'm not going to do it. But Americans grovel in fear to the TSA because our religion is being land of the coward, home of the slave. Airlines warn not to fly Snowden, yeah. all over the world, a no-fly list. I saw that earlier today. No one let him fly. No airlines. Stop him. The global technocratic control grid. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. How dare you expose we've got all the data and use it against you financially? How dare you expose we use it to game everything? And we're going to steal their pension funds, and we'll find out about it if they know we're doing this. We're a mafia of scum. How dare the people find out? Abort more babies. Have Gloria Steinem wear a shirt saying, I abort babies, and it's good. And now, I was reading, European countries are starting the euthanasia of babies up to age 3, murdering children, just the curse of evil upon us. Moving right along here, health benefits come under knife ahead of Obamacare. That's right, they're cutting your health benefits, and now the government says what treatments you can get. You get free health care, a free cane if you're going blind, or have a bad knee. Written by the insurance companies to make you buy it and double the premiums on average, and then take away all the actual health care. Yeah, let's abort some more babies. Let's just say they're not human. Well, they're going to say you're not human either. You like how that works? Let's continue. More than 1,000 IRS employees misuse government charge cards. No, out of CNS News. Oh, my goodness. That's just the nice people. They're hiring all these felons, thousands of felons per department. State Department, 2,000 felons, all of them, just an army of hell force. But it's good. Soon you'll be arrested for not being criminal. That'll be the only crime. I'm not joking. And it's just going to be an orgy of death, an orgy of cancer. All the blessings out the window, all the freedom out the window. Everything you could ever want, you're going to get now. And all you evil people are going to get it too. You're going to get bioweapons sprayed on. You're going to flop around vomiting and dying with your whole family. Yeah! Because the New World Order loves us. Satan loves us. Satan gives us power. Satan gives us the gifts of death and disease and poverty and humiliation and dishonor. Oh, are you going to say a prayer to your Diablo because he loves you? Let's continue here with more news. Sanity prevails. Oh, my gosh. Sanity prevails. U.S. Supreme Court rules that human genes are not eligible for patent protection. Oh, that's a horrible ray of sunshine. How evil. What will Beelzebub do with his little cupcakes? Monsanto video revolt. Massive grassroots campaign launched against GMOs and Monsanto. I'm supporting that. That's up at prisonplanet.com. Find out more. U.S. chemical weapons report in Syria fabricated, says Russian Prime Minister. That's impossible. Our government never lies. Continuing, Lindsey Graham says Ron Paul's policies are a threat to America. That coming from that sniveling pig demon. I mean, look at that just piece of filth. Continuing here, that's one case. Well, I'm not going to say it. Maybe his mommy should have performed a little lovey-dovey, a little loving abortion. Give his mom a peace prize. I'm joking. I wish no harm against Lindsey Graham. You know what I mean. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Learn a post-collapse trade before it's too late. Another article there. Oh, never learn a trade. You're supposed to be a service industry and just then not have anybody to service, but government boots. The new service will be sucking black boots as they kick you in the face and then taking your shirt off when they shoot you in the chest. That'll be the patriotic duty, is to line your kids up in a pit when they blow their brains out everywhere. And you'll assist them and help load the rifle because they're the authority figure. The authoritarian church has taught you Romans 13. And the government says, abort your baby for the earth. Chop them up for Jesus. Chop them up right now. It's for Jesus. Chop them up. Jesus says, chop them up.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Trendiness is going on. Let's continue. 20 examples of how America is really going down the toilet. Well, that's freedom. Let's continue here. That's just some of the news. I haven't even gotten to the other news yet. Oh, here, let's go to this. Let's go to this. Congress wouldn't pass carbon taxes. Obama just signs a regulatory order to increase the price of everything. And guess what? It goes in a private tax to him and Al Gore and the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. And then Bloomberg's getting the slaves ready. This was already done last week. Obama tells Keystone foes he will unveil climate measures soon that will bankrupt coal and everybody else, so you can't have any power or it costs enough to bankrupt you because abortion's good. They're going to abort your future and abort your economy till you're bankrupt and only depend on government. And I say good. Those babies are defenseless, getting chopped up. I'll tell you my sick side, folks. A lot of you out there that love this evil, it's going to get real bad. I'm going to have a little sick enjoyment watching you get what you beg for so hard. All right, let's continue here. I'm actually really freaked out by what's going on, but it's like an automatic defense mechanism, just getting the sick mode here. Gallup, Americans' confidence in Congress at lowest ever. Some more good news. They know what slimebag murdering criminals scum is up there. Poll, confidence in Congress at all-time low. Senator Landrieu, who doesn't have two brain cells that rub together, talking about a knuckle-dragging slob, says South Dakota borders Canada while calling border fence dumb. No, lady, you're the one that's dumb. You're the one that's dumber than a box of rocks, you stupid piece of trash. Let's continue here. House makes stink bug policy public #1 priority. House makes stink bug public pest #1. How about they make themselves the public pest #1? They're a bunch of stink bugs. Third graders introduce Obama at LGBT pride event. Why don't you have third graders at the next Playboy event? Oh, that'd be called pedophilia.
Okay, sir. Now we will begin to proceed to obtain your IQ and aptitude tests.
Absolutely. All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us. The government loves you. Just wants to be fair and balanced here. Fairness doctrine. Obama loves you. He loves you. He loves you.
The toilet.
Like out the toilet?
You mean like in the toilet?
Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes. But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes. Brondo's got what plants crave.
Hey, I just introduced this from Idiocracy, one of Mike Judge's great masterworks as a satirist, to dedicate it to Mary Landrieu, the congresswoman who thinks that the name of the river that goes through London is the Thames instead of the Thames. That's a joke on me. I know who thinks that there doesn't need to be a border in South Dakota because its borders Canada. But that's nothing compared to the congressman that thinks that Guam would capsize if you put too many people on it. That's beyond Idiocracy. Or I guess it kind of isn't. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe it's a conspiracy theory. You question government, it's a conspiracy theory. Maybe Guam would capsize. Maybe it's not a mountain on the bottom of the ocean that comes up and then the part above the water makes an island. Maybe it is floating on a giant turtle. That's right, CJ. CJ's a scientist. And Brondo's got the Roundup Ready that plants crave, and so do our kidneys. Let's go to Joseph in New Orleans. Joseph, you're a trooper holding. I appreciate you coming on with me today and putting up with me, sir. Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you, Alex.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Alex. I'd like to talk to you about the new internet. Last year in June, we switched over to the new internet, which holds 1,200 trillion addresses instead of 4.7 billion. And we could read the articles at the time. They said explicitly that these new addresses were for electronics to be sold. So each of your electronics will have an IP address. And
absolutely, that's internet too. That's why they're building all these NSA bases, where the internet is the NSA. It always has been, and they're going to kill the old web. That's the public plan. Yes.
And it's just so funny that so many people are mocking the fact that people are pointing out, hey, where all these things are connected in this watch.
Oh, look, he talks like a fag.
Right, exactly. That's all I have, man. You're doing a great job. Thank you.
No, Joseph, you're awesome. We need to. I tell my guys, we reported on this a decade ago. Report now that they're taking over the web. That's what the NSA Cybercom is. We need to tell people again. And I'm glad you called in. Do we have the clip of the congressman saying that is it queued right up to where he says, "Will the island tump over?" Oh, here it is.
On the widest part of the island, and I don't know how many square miles that is. Do you happen to know?
I don't have that figure with me, sir. I can certainly supply it to you if you'd like.
Yeah, my fear is that the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
We don't anticipate that.
That's enough.
The Guam population.
Folks, that is not a joke, by the way. And this is who runs the government. Okay, that's why they put them in there. A lot of it isn't even a conspiracy. People above them are evil, but they put just super ignorant people in charge. Jason in California, going through police harassment. Well, everybody knows that doesn't exist. Go ahead, conspiracy theorist.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm just loving government right now.
Me too. Well, I've been in L.A. for about 2 years now, and it seems like in the last 6 months I've been pulled over in my car, getting in and out of my car, walking down the street, getting tickets for no reason. But the main reason why I'm calling is 2 nights ago, I was picking up a friend to give him a ride home after they were getting off work, and the police came up to my car and asked me what I was doing, and I said nothing, I'm waiting for a friend. And they basically put me in cuffs, took me in to the police station, did not arrest me. Well,
The CIA runs New York and L.A., and it's a test. They're getting everybody ready to be taken in, so you're just disappeared. And, that's the new system. Sure. What's wrong with that?
There's a lot wrong with that. The fact that they're telling me that they're the law and they can do what they want. And I said, well, actually, you uphold the law. And they would not let me call my attorney.
Well, look at outside Lubbock. It just came out. The woman said, well, may I have a warrant? And there was no warrants. They took her to jail. Why not have forced labor camps? Why not have the police abort us? I mean, a baby isn't a human. Why are we? How about the cops come to your house and chop your head off with a hatchet for the earth? I mean, what's wrong with that?
Well, there's a lot wrong with that. I mean, the basic thing is that they took me in and did not process me, but put me in a cell and would not let me call my...
No, I know. They're getting ready to disappear people. What's wrong with that?
Well, it's a weird time we're living in.
Sir, you go to the store, all the water says fluoride for babies. It levels like 10 times what it is in the tap water. Tap water gives them a 15 to 20 point IQ reduction. They're lobotomizing kids. Look, give in, die. I love the government, murder me. Oh, 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 oh.